Yeah, I really like the work. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, but honestly, when we doing this, it's not work. It's easy.
Right,
It's
right.
like work. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can lock me in a booth for days. I'm good. But my favorite creation is, to this point, has to be a collaboration I did on a song called Resurrect. I wrote it
Nice one
as an
right there.
inspiration for the day that one of my sons was born. I never let them know which one of them it was,
Oh.
because it was all it's special. They even have a child,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to write it, and first of all, we all have mothers, and mothers are the queen of the earth. And what I'm saying, I definitely love my mom, and I worship women for the things that y'all do with our children. We couldn't make it happen without y'all. But I could only come from a dad's perspective, so I
Right.
thought it would be interesting to write a perspective of how a dad feels um, having a child, or the resurrection of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
born into the world. So it was really a deep moment, a deep song. Once I heard the track made by Global Creation Music, I was like, wow. I'm like, I need a song that's really going to touch people's soul, because this
Mm-hmm.
this this track hit me deep. And
Mm-hmm.
when I did celebrity boxing in last June,
Mm-hmm.
and I met a great guy, Paulie Caputi. They call him the Real Rocky. He's from out
Oh
Pensacola.
wow.
We hit it off really good.
Mm-hmm.
He manages his son, who's also a boxer. He boxed that night. We hit it off really cool. And these guys, I said, this is a guy that if I wrote a song, a dad song, I want to put all perspectives in it.
Right.
So it just turned into I asked him if he would feature on a song,
Mm-hmm.
and give me a couple of words of dedication about how he feels being a dad. Because I'm like, I can rap it, but as an artist, I have my artistic vision of how I wanted to put it down. But I
Mm-hmm.
thought that having a real human being who gets up every day and just take care of his kids, him putting his 2 cents in, it gave me an extra inspiration on finishing the song up, and some of the things I wanted to put into the song. And luckily for me, wanting a different voice to switch it up on the
Mm-hmm.
hook. My brother Man Cry happened to be in the studio when I recorded it. Heard me doing the hook, and he took the hook over right there. Like the version that y'all hear is him doing it in one take,
Mm-hmm.
learning the hook that day.
Oh
So
wow.
I
Okay.
just I always feel like sometimes things just come together. The
Mm-hmm.
universe and the spirits work to make our creations come together in a certain way. So I can't definitely never take all the credit, because everything is a group effort. So having the help from my brothers on this, and having this all put together, and having it mixed down great, all of that really helped. And that came out to be one of my favorite songs. We shot the video up here in New Jersey,
Okay.
called in a little park called Cooper River Park, right next to the river. So I had my oldest son in the video. My
Oh.
guy Rocky, he came out with his youngest son in the video.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great event. It really came together, and the song, the reaction to the song has made it my favorite.
Oh.
It was my personal favorite, as
Mm-hmm.
in the dedication and what it went into it, and the way we put it together.
Right.
But the
Right.
way that all of the dads are like, oh my goodness, you made a dad song. Like this is how we feel. This is how we love our kids. I couldn't express it a better way. That made me say, oh wow,
Oh.
like the give back on it
Mm-hmm.
is so fulfilling. And I was just glad that we want to try to make this a Father's Day song, so that the real dads and the dads who are there feel exalted. And I mean, like, dads, grandads,
Mm-hmm.
uncles, anybody who pitches in. I mean, we need to exalt great men in
Mm-hmm.
our communities, period. And that will
Facts.
trickle down.
Facts.
We can't always, because we're speaking sometimes specifically about enhancing and enriching and strengthening our culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want us to get lost in, we're all one big human race culture. And if you
Right.
just, be aware and just pulling everybody that's like you, we'll all be greater for that. But
Mm-hmm.
this song was definitely my
Mm-hmm.
favorite because of the reaction, and all of the dads all over who just said that they were glad that somebody stood up and told people that we're here. We love our kids, and you know, and honestly, it's for parents. Period. Because I'm not leaving the moms out. I can just only speak from my perspective,
Right,
and me
right.
and my brothers are speaking for the men. But you and all of my beautiful women out there who are taking care of their kids, and definitely the women with the daughters, y'all resurrect through the birth of your daughters, y'all live again, and we're all immortal through our beautiful children. So, you know, I just think it's a message that resonates.
And it's such a beautiful, beautiful song and a wonderful video.
I
I love
appreciate
it. I
that.
love
I so
it.
appreciate that.
Now, would
I
it
so
be
appreciate
okay
that.
if we play the video for the people who have not seen it?
Absolutely. People, check out the video. Check out the video.
Yes, now we have this wonderful, wonderful artist with his magnificent, wonderful song. We about to play that for you coming up right now, and we will be right back. DaStorm, Resurrect.
Computer, the real Rocky, what it's like being a father, personally to me, means everything in the world. My kids are my everything. The reason why I wake up every day and work as hard as I do. Being a father means I'm here to protect them, guide them, and teach them how to survive in this crazy world we live in today. Being a father to me can be both rewarding and both be challenging.
I never believed in heaven for certain until I met an angel for myself in person. Looking in your eyes makes me understand life is a gift and I'm just an ordinary man. Walking on this rock in space, beefing about thinking as human beings we got it all figured out. Before I met you, I ain't know what love was. I'm from the hood, been around thugs, but to find something so pure, so rare, you can have my heart, here it is right here. In my arms, you feel so right. I'ma protect you for the rest of my life. Till you start crying, calm before the storm. I lay you in your arms the day that you was born. A little me, it's so official. I wish that your big bros was here to grow with you. Fight to all my wrongs, correct my sins. I resurrect through the birth of my sons and live again.
I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect
through the birth of my kids, live again, raise them properly. One day they can become men. Damn. I know my pop's looking down. Hope he proud of the things his baby boy's doing now. I want my baby boys to be proud of their old dad. Give them all the chances in life I never had. Could be raising an next Barack if he don't get popped. Hanging on his own block, so to provide and protect is the mission. Most of the people from my hood wound up dead or in prison, so I changed how I was living. Focus on the vision. Went about my mission with razor sharp precision. When I'm touring the nation at the radio station, smacking up from C's, they my only motivation. Right to all my wrong, they correct my sins. I resurrect through the birth of my sons, I live again.
I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of my daughters to raise men. I resurrect through the birth of my son, live again. I resurrect through the birth of our families. We all win.
Being a father means having lots of good times, lots of memories. Being a father, I do a lot of crazy stuff with my kids. I get them involved with everything I do. To me means, you know, I had to grow up. Once I had my first kid and when I had my other kids, just, you know, made me the man I am today. Without my kids, I wouldn't be who I am today. It made me stronger. It made me, you know, tougher. You know, I love my kids with all my heart. I would, you know, do anything for them. I would die for them, literally. You know what I mean? That's no lie.
All right. So, yes, we are back with artist DaStorm. That is such a beautiful song. Beautiful song. And we appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. So, I do have a few more questions for you, too.
So appreciate you having me.
Yes, anytime, anytime. Now, I do have a few more questions for you I wanted to ask before you go. So,
All right.
what do you want listeners to take away from your music? What trying to message are you trying to convey to them?
Right. I believe a lot of my songs are and a lot of artists may say this, but I think if people start listening to my catalog, they'll see that a lot of my songs are very literal. They actually tell you, like, I have a song called "I Think of Rhymes" that's actually about thinking about rhymes, like, like. So my songs don't leave a lot for people to have to pick through or try to decipher or try to. It's not a lot hidden. My message is very, very direct.
Right,
I
right.
usually on my music don't have a hard time saying exactly what I'm feeling and coming right at people. So I want people to take from my music away. I want people to take away from my music the actual honesty and the truth that what they saying is the real thing that they're getting. Is the authentic article. This is me. This is me off of music. This is me on music. DaStorm, like I said, is a movement. But the people who have known me for 30 years, they'll tell you stories of, what I'm saying, me being an MC, me doing shows, me having merchandise back in the 80s and things like that. And so, like, this has been me being a musician and being an artist and, being, and this is not me speaking, this is, me telling you what has been told to me. Probably one of the top MCs in whatever section I'm in has pretty much been what I've been. So I had to figure out and decide how I wanted to package that, how I wanted to deliver that,
Right.
and what I wanted to do with who I was. So I said I can just easily be who I am. So, sometimes I get into my music bag because this is entertainment and I am an MC. So sometimes I'm just, doing hip hop, just making dope rhymes, good songs for y'all to party to, dance to. Certain things I don't do. Certain things you won't hear certain phrases in my rhymes.
Right.
Only when I'm referring to what I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I have very principled ways that my music is. I have a very direct form of putting my music together that is extremely deliberate. Nothing that we say, nothing that we put out, no image that we ever share is just conjectured at the last moment to throw out there to see what people are going to say.
Right.
Everything is very, very well planned and thought out. So what people are hearing for me artistically is a very, very, very crafted message.
A wonderful
So